A tour of Colleen Moore's $1 Million Fairy Castle with Fairy Princess Lolly. On our travels across the New World, Ion the Leprechaun and I visited the Windy City, where we went to the Museum of Science and Industry to explore the $1 Million Fairy Castle. This amazing work of art was created by Colleen Moore, an American film actress in the 1920s. In its creation, she enlisted prominent artists, politicians, musicians, and other famous people around the world. Our tour begins in the Magic Garden, where the rockabye baby cradle rests safely and securely in a tiny treetop on a bough that never breaks. The weeping willow is perhaps the only one in the world that actually weeps. The murals along the garden balcony depict stories such as Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Above the next room, the small hall and library, murals depict scenes from various Aesop's fables, such as The Fox and the Grapes, which was Moore's favorite tale. The library strikes an immediate mood of undersea fantasy, with the walls painted to resemble the ocean. Originally, the collection consisted of 65 miniature books on religious subjects printed in the 18th century, which were in French and English, exquisitely bound in leather, vellum, and gilt, and clearly legible. The most valuable among them is the Book of Autographs, which consists of the autographs of several American presidents, Queen Elizabeth II, Eleanor Roosevelt, and others. Up this ladder, the Cave of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves can only be accessed through a trapdoor and by using the magic word. It is filled with chests full of jewels. Next we enter the chapel, where, piled on the console of the golden organ, are several manuscripts handwritten by composers such as Stravinsky, Rachmaninoff, and Gershwin. It is also in here that we find a copy of the world's tiniest Bible. The floor of the chapel is ivory, and the stone of Scone, which was the ancient rock upon which all kings of Scotland were crowned, sits under the seat of the silver throne. Next we enter the Great Hall, which features a number of miniature fairy tale relics, such as Cinderella's glass slippers, a marble statue of the Abduction of Proserpine, glass windows etched with stories of Jack and the Beanstalk, the Princess and the Seven Swans, Prince Charming, and the Princess of the Doe, and miniature portraits depicting such figures as Little Red Riding Hood and Alice in Wonderland. A portrait of Moore herself hangs in the Great Hall, a tiny replica of the painting Leon Gordon made of her in the gown that she wore in the film Irene. The arched doorway features a carved over-door frieze and is flanked by pillars. In the drawing room, we find an exquisite chandelier made from the actress's own diamond and emerald jewelry. The piano is inlaid with a mural of Cinderella, which is echoed by the painting of George Townsend Cole on the wall behind it. There is a single famous rose setting on a silver table, and the minuscule men on the tiny chessboard are all carved of ivory. More fairy tales from the Brothers Grimm and from Hans Christian Andersen are carved into the pillars that flank the staircase leading to the princess's bedroom and on the turret. Next we enter the prince's room, which was cast in bronze. A taxidermist used an ermine skin to create the bear rug on the floor, whose teeth are made from those of a mouse. Near the bed is the sword Excalibur, and a pair of golden running shoes. Next we have the bathroom of the prince, where the tub it is made from translucent alabaster. Continuing into the princess's bedroom, the bed is draped with the golden spiderweb that covered Sleeping Beauty. The chairs are made of real silver, diamonds, and emeralds, and the floor is mother of pearl. Above the princess's room is the attic, and this became the place to accommodate extra pieces that were donated to the castle. The crystal and silver bathroom of the princess is an ode to the sea nymph Undine, whose story is etched upon the back wall. Next we enter the Arthurian dining hall, complete with a round table and tapestries hung all around. The decanter standing on the mahogany wine holder is Waterford, made in Ireland well over a century ago. Every castle has a kitchen, and this one has murals that celebrate the nursery rhymes of Jack and Jill, Humpty Dumpty. The tiny copper stove recalls the one in Hansel and Gretel. The pantry room above the kitchen houses extra china, glassware, and silver, and of course Mother Goose. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the $1 Million Fairy Castle. Please let me know what you think in the comments below.
Hello friends, this is Gone for Hammerhands. Thank you for checking out Fairy Princess Lolly's channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Use your troll hammer to ring that little bell icon to get notifications when she posts future videos. And if you'd like to support these magical creations, fly over to our Patreon and join the fairy family. Safe travels!
I got reprimanded for this picture as setting a bad example for the younglings.